Bag Dudes, I'm Sarah Lawson from Sew Sweetness. This is my husband Danny, and you're watching Sewcial Sunday, our weekly sewing chat. Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us. And if you're watching the recording later on in the week, thank you for making time in your busy week for Sewcial Sunday. I see Clyde's watching, Linda's here. She says it's showtime. Another Linda. Bernice from Las Vegas. So thank you everyone for joining us. We're going to be chatting about a few things. Later on, I'm going to be answering some questions live, and then we're going to be giving away some prizes at the end of the show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. What we've been doing the last couple weeks for the giveaway at the end of the show is giving away our upcoming 4-pack video bundle, and the live giveaways we base on comments. So just make sure, I know everyone's already chatting on YouTube and Facebook, so I'm sure that will be no issue whatsoever, but 2 of the winners will be drawing live based on your comments all evening, and then we'll be drawing 2 winners out of everyone who watches the show later in the week or comments after the show ends tonight. So Danny has kindly requested, since Super Bowl Sunday is next Sunday, for us to have the night off from the live show. We're going to be...
Why do you got to throw me under the bus like that?
Well, it's fine. It's really fine. I'm sure everyone understands. But we're going to be rebroadcasting...
So much for a team.
We're going to be rebroadcasting a Sewcial Sunday show from a couple of years ago in our regular Sewcial Sunday time slot, and it will start at the usual time. So if you're not watching the game, we'll still be here for you. And we're going to pick a really good show from, like I said, a couple years ago, so you may have missed it.
You know, Sarah, if you want to interact during the Super Bowl Sunday, I could have it set where you could chat with people while they're watching the show.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay, we'll premiere it then.
Let's see. Another thing to let you know about the sew-along that Michelle Graham will be hosting over in the Facebook group. That will start on February 10th, and it will be for the Day Trip cell phone wallet from Minikin Season 2. I've been talking to Michelle, and we've chosen a couple other sew-alongs for the first half of the year. In the spring, we'll be doing a sew-along for the Rockstar bag, and then in the summer, we'll be doing a sew-along for the Clyde Bank tote. So the Clyde Bank tote's a free pattern. We wanted to stick a free pattern in for the sew-along, and I think that one will be a great one for taking to the beach. Michelle's got some great pattern hacks already set for that particular pattern, and so lots of things to look forward to in the first half of the year. Danny's favorite part of the Tuesday show, not Tuesday show, it's Sunday, the Sunday show, we'd like to invite all the bag ladies and bag dudes to stand proud. Let us know in the comments. We really appreciate the support of the bag making community, and we really appreciate you joining us for the show and commenting in the chat on Facebook and YouTube.
Thank you so much for the support of the Super Bowl. I see so many people taking that off. You guys deserve it. Super Bowl is a great time to watch. All this support, so thank you. I'd like to say.
I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus.
You could have said we instead of me.
Well, I don't know anything about football, so it wouldn't be. I wanted to also preview, if you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, we've been previewing photos of the brand new 4 patterns that we'll be releasing very, very soon. We have 2 more videos to film this week, and then we're all set to release that.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I'm super excited. Well, let me show you the 3rd pattern that I have to share with you, and then I'll talk a little bit about, I guess, feelings about the... so this is the widget messenger bag. I designed this to be...
These colors are so cool.
Yeah, so I made this particular bag while we were filming the video for this project, and I made it for my son William. He just turned 13. This fabric is from Alexander Henry, and it's called Tagurate. It's like a graffiti fabric. William really likes skateboarding, and they actually had like a W in the fabric, so I kind of fussy cut that and made sure it was on the front of the bag. It's sort of a... I know all bags are 3-dimensional, but this has got like a pocket on the front. There's a zipper pocket on the back. You may have noticed the grommet over in the front. This is optional, but the reason the grommet's there is because in the front of the bag it can store pens, keys, and a cell phone. And if you have
Small animals, you stick them
headphones.
there and they can breathe out the little hole?
No.
No, oh, that's the wrong bag.
So I'm going to put my cell phone in the front just so I can show you. There's the cell phone. There's 2 pockets for pens or markers, whatever you're putting inside your bag. There's also a D-ring on the inside if you like to clip your keys to and have handy. And then the purpose of the grommet is to plug in your headphones. Actually, my headphones are on. My headphone jack's on the bottom of my cell phone. I think I have to feed it through here. Yeah, so you feed the headphone jack through the grommet, and then when your bag is closed, everything's nice and secure, and you can still listen to your music if you so choose. And if you like to leave the grommet off, then you can do that too. So here's the headphones at the front of the bag. There's actually tons of pockets in this bag. There's a mesh zipper pocket on the inside. Hope you can see that. And on the other side, there's another zipper pocket. There's also a zipper pocket on the back of the bag, so plenty of storage space. And what else can I tell you about this bag? It has an adjustable strap. Danny's going to put a few photos on the screen. I know my bag is super busy. I really wanted to make it in that fabric for William. But these are a couple of the tester bags made in less busy fabric, so you could see the features. This one was made by Claudia. She used Allison glass fabric, and as you can see, the gray fabric in the back, I believe that was wax canvas. Augusta made this one in leather, and I like that she chose the 2 different colors of the leather. So
nice contrast.
Yeah, neutrals will certainly work for this project as well. This is another picture from Claudia, the inside of her bag. Since she used contrasting fabrics, you can sure see that front pocket really clearly. There's the side view. And then
some great shots.
There's one more picture from Christina. Christina actually took her bag. That's going to be popping up in a second, I think. Yeah, here we go. Christina took her bag to Disney World, Hollywood Studios. This is the Tower of Terror ride, and that's her Tower of Terror fabric. So she actually took her bag on the ride.
They closed Tower of Terror? I thought I read something. It got replaced or something changing.
I think in California they were replacing it. I'm not
California.
I'm not 100% sure. But if you've not been on the Tower of Terror ride, it's kind of a drop ride. You're riding in an elevator, and is that how you would describe the ride?
I would say it's
it drops you.
Yeah.
From several stories.
I was gonna say a reference to our local place, but if you're not local, you wouldn't know. So.
And on this ride, the ride takes your picture as they drop you, so they can, you can
get a candid photo.
Right, you can see what your face looks like when you're screaming. And Christina took a picture of that on the ride, and she was holding up her bag, so I thought that was pretty cool. We'll share that on social media shortly. Some of Christina's outtake photos, but that's the 3rd project. We showed the previous 2 projects on the previous 2 episodes of Sewcial Sunday. We've shown all the projects on social media, so check them out, Instagram, Facebook, in case you missed them. I'm getting more excited about releasing the bundle as I see people's reactions, because I have to admit I was, I don't know why, I worked so hard on these projects, but I was really not frightened, feeling not super confident about them as a whole, and based on your comments on social media, I know I shouldn't have been thinking like that, but it's really nice to receive the feedback. And were you going to say something?
Yeah, it's almost like if you make something, and everyone's going to judge you on what you made, and you're cross your fingers, please be liked, please be liked. But it's great stuff. So, I mean, you have enough experience, but I don't feel like it should be so daunting for you, You make good stuff, Sarah.
Thank you. I saw a few questions on social media when we were posting the projects. A few people were asking if any of these projects were finished with binding. And none of them are. So if that helps ease anyone's mind about the new projects, we don't have a particular hard and fast release date, because we're trying to, we're just trying to get the projects finished this week, and hopefully we can get those posted for you as soon as possible. So it's 4 new PDF patterns, 4 brand new videos. So none of these projects have been released before. It's available in a bundle of the 4 projects for $40, and they also will be available separately. So if you only want one project, if you want one project in one video, that's $15. If you only want the PDF pattern for one, that's $9. So everything's available separately as well as in the bundle. And we're really excited to be sharing those finally with you.
Do we have other news coming out next week or so? Or is it Mysterious Secrets?
Are you talking about the website?
Yes.
It's so funny because for some reason I thought the new website would be ready before Christmas, but
Well, I thought we were led to believe that, actually.
Well, yeah. So we're having someone help us take care of the new website as far as transferring everyone's memberships to make sure your accounts are still working properly on the new website. Also transferring all the previous orders, and I guess we had a lot more orders than our...
yeah, it's gathered all the orders from when Sarah's first
yeah, we're
started the
transferring
business.
all that information over to the new website.
Yep.
It's on a completely different
And they limit how
server.
much they can take of those. At least they told us that per day there's only so many transfers they're allowed to do.
Yeah, so we had a lot more than they anticipated, so it's taking
Yeah.
a lot longer. It's been a few weeks since Christmas, so we're hoping to have the new website ready and then get that launched, the new website launched, as well as the new patterns and videos to make sure everything's really nice and squeaky clean and pretty for...
And all the stuff should seamlessly transfer, all your account stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's going to stay your old orders. Everything will still be there.
We
And
will
that's
be
thoroughly.
thoroughly testing everything to make sure nothing's
Yes.
fallen through the cracks, and so no need to worry about if any of your previous purchases have transferred or not. They will be. What else was I going to say? Okay, so I guess, do you have anything else to share before we get over to some questions?
No.
Okay. Before we get over to the questions, in the meantime, if you have a question for me, either a sewing related question about a notion or tool, a bag making question, go ahead and type your question right now in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. You'll need to be signed into your YouTube or Facebook account in order to leave a comment. So if you need to do that, you can do that right now. I wanted to announce the 2 winners of last week's giveaway, which was the 4-pack video bundle that we'll be releasing soon. And those 2 winners are Kim Ditzworth. Congratulations to Kim. And also Jan Beasley. Congratulations, Jan. I've contacted both of you on social media and just waiting to hear back from you. So I have your contact information so we can get you those prizes as soon as they're released. Let's see. I guess that's all I was going to say about that. Sharon had a question. I wanted to know about my account. I can't get in anymore. So if you ever have a question or a problem getting into your account on the Sew Sweetness website, maybe you need help with a password reset or you can't remember your password, you can always email me. My email is sarah@sewsweetness.com. That's Sarah with no H. I can help get everything sorted for you, get you back in and accessing your patterns and videos. Danielle says, when will the trailer be shown?
I think it's going to be the same thing. We're not sure when we're releasing it, so before they come out, we're not sticking to a hard deadline.
We're sort of flying by the seat of our pants, which seems to be...
We're working as fast as possible, and we don't want to, upset or discourage people from setting a date and not meeting it.
Yeah. Kathy says, what is the approximate dimensions of the new briefcase? The briefcase, do I have it in the other room? I think 16 inches.
Probably about yay wide by so long and this big.
Off the top of my head, because I don't have the pattern instructions in front of me, I think it's around 16 inches long, maybe 12 inches high. How deep is it? Maybe 5 or 6 inches deep. I'll show that project next Sunday on social, or not next Sunday, the next time we're back live for a Sewcial Sunday episode. We did show some pictures of that a few days ago on social media, the briefcase. That's probably the project that I was the most nervous about. I'm not sure why. Seems like everyone is really excited to make a briefcase, but there's always one for me, 1 or 2 that I'm nervous about, and that was the one I was nervous about the most, if people would like it. Kim says, will there be templates for the new patterns? Just because of either the size of the pattern pieces or how the pattern pieces are. For instance, on this is the widget messenger bag. This piece has like a really skinny, like U-shaped strip, and I feel like that's just waiting to be asked to be broken. That's a really skinny piece. So there will not be acrylic templates for any of the projects except for the Sheffield tool bag, which I think I showed. Did I show that last week or the week before?
Your memory's way better than mine.
A couple Sundays ago, the tool bag. That's the only one that will have acrylic templates for it, unfortunately.
Did you answer that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. Becky says, Sarah, do you have bad sewing days? Today I sewed things upside down, cut off the wrong part, and ruined half a yard of fabric. Speaking of bad sewing days, do you have any recollection of the last week when we were filming?
I'm not going to speak on that.
You can. That's why I was asking you. So
we've had a couple, errors or quick steps through something, and it just went the wrong way, and we just redid them and fixed them.
I had to read there.
See, I said we. That's what a good partner does.
I think I think when we were filming the widget, that one gave us the most trouble because we had to refilm like 4 or 5 sections of the pattern because I'd said the wrong thing or I'd put the wrong pieces together. For instance, when I was demonstrating how to install the zipper pocket in the instructions, I have you install it into the exterior fabric in the step photos, and then I have you repeat it with the lining fabric because there's one inside the bag. And we filmed that whole section of the video with lining fabric and not exterior, so we had to redo that. And every time I have to redo like a big section like that, it doesn't happen often, but I apologized to Danny profusely, and he told me, it's fine. It's, we're just going to refilm it, and, don't say you're sorry. And
yeah, she always apologizes. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, sorry for what? It's no problem.
Yeah. But, we do refilm stuff like that because it's got to be right. And what people see, especially in the videos, is what they're going to do with their own projects. So, that was my most recent bad sewing day, I'd have to say, when we were filming. Natalie says, for doing card slats, do you use a special ruler? That's a great question. Natalie's referring to a video I posted this morning about adding credit card slots to any bag or pouch. We don't have an acrylic template for that yet. I've had some requests in the past for it. For now, we just have a PDF file which you can download and print, and that will help you measure and mark for making the credit card slats. In case you missed that, we posted that this morning on YouTube and on the Facebook page. Let's see, Christine. I saw you were posting something from Christine.
You gotta go in order.
Okay, all right. Beth says, will the Coalition still be your biggest bag even after the new 4-pack? Michelle Graham put the 2 bags side by side. She showed me the photo, and I can't remember which one was the biggest. I think the Coalition bag was slightly bigger than the pet carrier. But Michelle, if you're watching, let me know if I'm correct on that or not. They're really close in size. Donna says, will you ever do a clothing storage bag? Yes, I actually really wanted to do one. I haven't designed it.
I mentioned
that
as well.
Or thought about it
It's
yet.
funny.
Did you? I don't even remember that. Sorry.
Are you serious? It was the last time we were filming. I was asking, not just a clothing storage bag, but like a dirty and clean bag.
Oh, yeah, that's different
Like a
than
travel?
I think she's...
I understand, but I was something similar.
Maybe you're right and I'm wrong. I was thinking of like a garment bag if you go somewhere and you need to keep like a suit or a dress really nice. I was thinking of a garment bag, but Danny was thinking of a bag with space for dirty clothes and clean clothes. So I'm not sure which one Donna was talking about, but I'd really like to do a garment bag because I going to go to a few horse shows this year, and we have our garments, we keep them in garment bags so they don't get dusty from the barn. And
What was that?
What?
You said you're going to go to a few horse shows this year?
I think so. At least a couple.
Open my calendars up.
Oh, tons of great questions coming through. Thank you. Oh, I answered that one already.
I don't know what it's...
That's okay.
There we go.
Susan says, I was at the Road to California Quilt Show today in Ontario, California, and visited the By Annie booth to pick up some soft and stable. They had lovely things to say about you and your patterns. Thought that you would enjoy that. I love Annie. Annie's the designer of Soft and Stable, and she also has tons of great bag patterns. She's just the nicest. Every time she comes to town in Chicago, we try to have dinner together, and I just love her. She's the best. So thank you for sharing that feedback with me. Can you do a swim gym bag that has wheels? I've got shoulder problems and can't carry a bag with shoes, shampoo, swim gear, etc. So I actually have a pattern planned for, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the wheels to happen, but it is definitely a bag for the other things that you mentioned, and that bag's going to be, I'm going to start working on that as soon as we release the 4 new patterns. It will sort of be my reward for finishing the 4 videos. I've been looking forward to it for a really long time, so I'm really excited to finish the videos so I can start on that pattern. Patricia says, does the widget come in different sizes? It's just the one size. Although I'm sure you could enlarge it on your printer or scanner with a larger percentage, such as, for example, 120%. I think on this particular bag, all the pattern pieces are represented except for squares or rectangles, which would just be the sides of the bag. So you would just need to enlarge those based on how big you make your front pocket and the front and back of the bag. Lucy says, will you have a kit available with all the hardware like you did for the minikins? Unfortunately, no. We recently decided to do away with our supply kits. They were not as fast moving as some of our other items, and we wanted to bring in more purse hardware, so we have to sometimes make hard choices about what things not to carry so that we can make room for more product. And so unfortunately, we won't be carrying supply kits for the 4 new patterns, but hopefully in the near future we can carry interfacing since we already have purse hardware in the shop. Donna says, thank you for answering my question regarding the clothing storage bag. Yes, Sarah, the garment bag. Okay, excellent. I'm glad we're on the same page, Donna. Sounds good on the garment bag. Helena says, I would love a tutorial on how to install and sew over metal and chunky plastic teeth zippers without breaking a needle. I can't remember. We did a zipper video a couple years ago about different types of zippers. I know I showed how to remove the metal zipper teeth so that you could have those metal zipper teeth out of your way for if you need to sew over the end of the zipper. I don't think I addressed the plastic chunky teeth though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't. I'll write that down though for a future tutorial. Chunky teeth. Christine says, is your finger better? Yeah, my finger, I sewed through it maybe about a month ago. The needle went all the way through. Actually, it was the pinky. The needle went all the way through and broke in half in the middle of my finger. It's feeling much better. Actually, it felt not too bad the next day. So I guess I just got lucky. Yeah. Kelly says, do you have a favorite blender or fabric for lining bags? I actually have a few. So maybe I can pull a couple out because they're right behind me. I really like Moda Grunge fabrics. So these are solid bases with like a grungy texture. They're monochromatic, so most of the scraped across colors are in the same color family. I'll show you a couple others. Well, I don't know if these greens are such a good representation, but I think you can see that there's other colors mixed in. I really like these grunge. Yeah, I love Moda Grunge for lining fabrics. Let me show you a couple more. These fabrics from Juicy Juice for Andover Fabrics. I don't know if you can see so far away, but it's a solid background with speckles. Like this one has black speckles on it.
It's like someone sneezed something out and got on the fabric.
The fabric line is called Spectra Static. We talked about this previously on Sewcial Sundays, or maybe there's another one I can show. Maybe you could see the black speckles a little bit more on this one. I think it was a couple weeks ago I talked about Ruby Star Society speckled fabrics. I'm going to grab those also. There we go. These are pretty cool. I really like you can probably see the speckles from here. A lot of them have metallics in them as well. Like this yellow has a gold metallic in there. And all the speckled colors are different depending on the base fabric. And again, this fabric line is called Speckled. Let me show you.
I personally like this one better than this one. I like the little
it depends
hits
on...
especially if it's a blender or something like a pocket or something. Yeah. You got the little hits of metallic, and these are such fine dots. It's almost indistinguishable.
I guess I'll show you one more. Yeah, that's on.
Why did it be such a hot question?
I'll show you. Well, I have a lot of fabrics I use for linings.
Sure.
This is Moda Grunge, but it's polka dots, so it's the same grunge base that I showed you before, but with polka dots. These are really cool. I'll show you. Had a couple others that I pulled off the top of the stack, and one more I'll show you. These fabrics from Juicy Juice. He has a couple fabric lines, but these are really great, like blenders.
Great colors too.
Yeah. I don't want to show you all of them. I'll just show you a couple. See, they're monochromatic and they have different interesting geometric designs in them, I guess you could say. Great question on that. Lucy says, I answered that one already. Melanie wants to know, what about rolling bags? I have trouble carrying heavy bags. So That pattern I'm working on after we release the 4 new videos, I'll see if I can work wheels into it. If I can, I sure will. I've never attached wheels to a handmade bag before, so I'll have to see how it goes. Linda says, do you offer zipper acrylic templates? We do have a zipper pocket acrylic template in the shop, so if you go to sewsweetness.com, we have a shop tab, and there's a sub tab for acrylic templates. The zipper pocket template, because they're in alphabetical order, should be at the very bottom of the list. And we also have a video showing you how to use that acrylic template. So if you click on the zipper pocket product listing, there's the video embedded in the product listing. So you can watch the video before you purchase, so you can see how to use the zipper pocket template. It works with all different widths and sizes of fabric, which is really handy. Barb says, are you going to the horse show in Las Vegas in April? A friend of mine told me about it. I am very, very amateur, so I am not good enough to at horseback riding to travel to different states for shows.
Maybe you can just travel to go watch it, not necessarily participate in it.
Oh, yeah. That would be great. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Family trip, Tom.
Awesome. Kyla says, do any of your new patterns come in different sizes?
Don't look at me, because I know we only film one size.
No, actually they don't.
So
which is
they're one.
No, actually all 4 of the patterns only come in the one size, which is kind of new for me. Normally I work with the different sizes, but 2 of the patterns use metal purse frames in them, and the purse frames obviously come in a specific size, and that's probably one of the main reasons why, at least for those 2 patterns, they're not in different sizes because of the frames. Erica says, can you use heat transfer vinyl on cork? You know what? I'm honestly not sure. I've never used heat transfer vinyl, so I'm not sure.
Might be a test we have to
in
test
regards
out.
to, yeah, I'll write myself a note though. Yeah, I'll have to find some and I'll give it a test. Sorry, I don't know the answer to your question, but I'll try it out soon. Final. Kathleen says, what's the difference between soft and stable versus foam stabilizers? So that's a great question. So by Annie, soft and stable is a sew-in interfacing, so it's only available as a sew-in, not as a fusible. A couple other manufacturers make foam interfacing, Pellon and Bosel. Pellon and Bosel both make sew-in foam, single-sided fusible foam, and two-sided fusible foam. So that's the major difference. All 3 of those brands are made specifically for sewing, so they'll glide nice and easy through your sewing machine, which is great. Debbie says, no? All right. Getting ahead of you there. Rolanda says, have you got any tutorials on how to install different pieces of hardware, for example, bag feet? Yes, actually, if you go to the Sew Sweetness website, we have a tab along the top or side. If you're on your cell phone, it'll be along the side. Tutorials, and there's a sub-tab for bag making techniques. We have now almost 100 different videos showing different techniques, and purse feet are included in that list. So you'll just need to scroll down. There's graphics for each one on the screen, so you can find the one you want. And all of the video tutorials are around 10 minutes or less, and I show you how to install the purse feet or attach zippers or whatever the technique is. So we're really proud of having so many different techniques to help you. And a lot of the techniques are actually made to function for any bag that you're working on. So for example, my zipper pocket video, how to add a zipper pocket to any bag, talk about different sizes, and it's really nice, takes the guesswork out of it. How to add a side pocket to any bag, especially if you'd like to have a water bottle. What else? How to make any bag into a backpack. So I'm really big on not only techniques for using different things like hardware, but also techniques for adapting any pattern that you're working on and adding the feature that you need to be in that bag. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Colleen says, do you have any bags or organizers for cars, for the car seat backs? This is my first social live. Thanks for all the work you both put into it. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining us live. I don't already have a back seat car organizer. Did I say that right?
Sounds about right. I was just going to say organizer, but I guess more
I do
technical.
have it on my list because we did a vote. Was that last year?
Yes.
We did a vote last year for a new pattern. I think it was when the Minikins were ready to come out. That was one of the things that we had people vote on, and it was I think it was a close second. So it's still on the top of my list for getting to shortly, but I don't currently have, to answer your question, I don't currently have a pattern and video for that particular item. Nancy says, can the messenger bag you showed tonight be insulated? Thinking maybe for a couple water bottles. Yeah, it sure can. There's a couple materials you can use to insulate fabric. As always, you can purchase a fabric that's already laminated. Oh, she asked insulated, not laminated. Well, we'll talk about lamination also because it's in the same neighborhood. There's
Just going down the street saying hi.
If you'd like to use a quilting cotton that's not already laminated, you can use either a product by Pellon called Vinyl Fuse, which turns any product into a laminated product, or you can use Odie Coat, which is a product that you actually paint on to make your fabric laminated. Out of the two, my favorite is the Odie Coat, but you asked about insulation. So yes, you can add to your lining fabric insulated fleece. Pellon makes a version, and so does the Warm Batting Company, and that'll make your item insulated. The reason I add it to the lining fabric is I orient the one side of the insulated one side of the insulated fleece is shiny, like a silvery shiny looking side. That's the side that you would orient to the wrong side of your fabric, and that's what keeps either the hot or the cold inside your bag. Denise says, what name did you decide on naming the bundle? I think you had a poll, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I wrote that on my outline. And
his, hers, and furs.
So I posted a few suggestions, and other people in the Facebook group posted suggestions for the new 4-pack video bundle. Pat Armbruster, who's been watching the show for several years, her suggestion far and away blew away all of the other suggestions. Dominating. So Pat's suggestion was his, hers, and furs, because all of the projects can be made for men or women. And then furs is because there's a pet carrier pattern. And
there's a good story about that whole naming poll thing. I think Sarah had some ideas for her and her minion were talking, or minions. I don't know how it works exactly. But she told me these names, and I'm like, wow, I don't really care for any. Sarah's great at naming her stuff. She has a couple names. I'm like, I don't really don't care for those. But I thought, a poll where you get everyone involved and get their ideas. And Pat jumped in, and that was, it knocked everything off the list pretty much by like tenfold easily. It was just
so
dominating.
My suggestions were kindred and kin and kith, because I was looking at synonyms for family, because these projects are kind of for the entire family. Pat's suggestion, his, hers, and furs, was the best. So we're going to be giving Pat a free 4-pack video
awesome
bundle.
Name. Very clever.
Hopefully you're watching Pat, or maybe you'll watch this video during the week. So thanks for helping us out and coming up with such a great name. We really love it. Tina says, there's the idea for your Sunday video review zippers. Oh yeah, that's a great. I know we've talked about zippers before, but there's a whole bunch that I haven't hit. There's like jellies. I think they're called jelly zippers. Have you seen those before? No. It's a zipper with kind of like a round. What's that tea called? I think it's Japanese tea with the
Bubble
little balls. Tea? Yeah, it's kind of like got like little plastic bubbles on the ends of the zipper teeth. So I don't know how to describe it better than that. But there's other zippers that I haven't talked about before. Let me write that to my list. Another question, do you have a waterproof fabric you recommend? There's a few options. So laminated fabric that I mentioned earlier, or you can make your own laminated fabric. Also, if your local fabric store has a cloth diaper making section, we use cloth diapers for both of our kids, so I'm pretty familiar with that particular fabric. That is a waterproof or water-resistant fabric. Also used for making cloth diapers, but it can be used for other things like lunch bags. That's another great suggestion. It's called, the name's escaping me.
Jelly bead zippers?
Jelly bead zippers. Yeah, that's it.
Just came through. That's from Peggy. Thank you, Peggy.
Monique says, have you ever sewn with neoprene? I recently saw a bag that was made with it, and now I want to make a backpack and gym bag with it. I haven't sewn a bag with a neoprene, but I had some, I guess it's not technically neoprene. I had some scuba knit, several pieces of scuba knit for garment sewing, but that's another good one for talking about on Sewcial Sunday, so I'm going to write that down too. Thanks for the suggestion. Oh, there's Pat.
They're supposed to be like...
Pat had some smiley faces on
emojis,
YouTube, but they're not transferring through our software.
Not plain nice.
Linda also wants to know, can you add a sleeve for a luggage cart or dolly? We do have a free video on the YouTube channel or on our website for adding a I think I called it luggage sleeve. So if you go to the So Sweetness YouTube channel and just type in the search box luggage sleeve, that should come up. Or if you head over to the So Sweetness website under the tutorials tab, the bag making technique section, it'll be there as well. Debbie also said, can you let us know which metal frames go with the different new patterns? So there's 2 different sizes of metal frames. There's a, I'm just going to grab the tool bag since I can see it from over here.
While Sarah's gone, I'm going to shut the door and lock it.
So there's 2 different sizes of metal frames. The tool bag takes a frame that's 14 inches long, 14 inches by 3 inches, and the pet carrier takes a frame that's 12 inches by 5.5 inches. We have both of those on the website under the What's New section of the site, and if you click on either of those in the product listing, it will also tell you which pattern that particular frame is for in case you, so there's no confusion. Is there any way to treat the lining fabrics to wipe them when they need cleaning? Yes, so what I mentioned earlier about either the Pellon Vinyl Fuse or the Odie Coat, which makes fabrics laminated, you can use either of those to make them waterproof. Roxanne says, do you have a video on how to use zippers by the yard? Yep, we have a video for that also. You can find that on the YouTube channel or on the tutorial section of our website. I was surprised the other day when I started, it takes me a while sometimes to get back to adding new videos to the tutorial section, but I was counting them the other day. We've posted about, I think, almost 70 tutorial videos, and these are the 10-minute videos or less showing a technique. And we've got like 40, almost 40 more videos that I still haven't posted because, like I mentioned, I kind of tend to get behind with posting those. But these are all things that we've talked about previously on Sewcial Sunday episodes, and then we just Danny edits them out just for that particular technique so we can post those separately. Marilyn says, how would someone go about resizing your patterns? I think we need to do a video about that
Sounds fair.
Soon. In a nutshell, just to quickly answer your question, you can resize the pattern pieces for my patterns either on your home printer or scanner, or you can take them to a copy shop and they can help you do that there. So the patterns are drafted to print at 100%. So if you'd like to make them bigger, you would just choose a percentage that's bigger. If you'd like to make them smaller, obviously a percentage that's smaller. Actually, I saw this tool the other day. I talked about this recently on Sewcial Sunday. Not recently, I don't know, a few months ago. It's called the Quilter's Assistant. This is a little spinning wheel that helps you decide what percentage to resize your patterns at, and this is super helpful. Unfortunately, I don't have a link to post in the description, so because I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, but it's called the Quilter's Assistant, and that will help you find out the percentages for resizing the patterns. One thing I just wanted to note, my patterns don't have pattern pieces for squares or rectangles because I envision people using their rulers and rotary cutters to cut those pieces out. If you're enlarging your pattern pieces, you'll also likely need to enlarge the squares or rectangles. The straps you can usually leave the same size though. Carol says, do you have a pattern or backpack large enough to accommodate a 17-inch laptop? That's a really great question. I'm not sure if the Park Sling backpack can fit a 17-inch laptop without modification. I do have a couple other backpacks. There's a backpack in my second book called the Shades Laptop Backpack. I think that will fit the 17-inch laptop. And there's the Cumberland backpack and the Edelweiss backpack.
What about your new suitcase one?
Yeah, but she was asking about a backpack.
This is pattern /
Carol,
okay.
why don't you email me after the show, sarah@sewsweetness.com, Sarah with no H, and I can verify when I'm at my computer which patterns will fit a 17-inch laptop because I don't want to give you misinformation on the show. Or if someone is watching live right now, if you've made a backpack for a bigger laptop, you can let us know in the comments also. Sierra says, will you have a hack to make the pet carrier into a duffel? Actually, really no hack is needed. All you need to do to make that pet carrier into a duffel or a gym bag is to
Move
omit...
the mesh.
I guess that's optional.
An
So the pet carrier has 3 zippers. There's a zipper on each side of the bag to get your pet in either end. There's also a zipper along the top. So my suggestion would be, if you were making the pet carrier into a duffel bag or a gym bag, just omit those 2 zippers on either side. And the metal frames are optional. I would think if you were making a gym bag, you can omit the metal frames, but really that's it. You would just make the whole entire project per the pattern, minus you would just take the zippers off. You wouldn't even sew the zippers in. So really easy to modify that. And a few of my testers made those as gym bags instead of pet carriers.
They look pretty cool.
Jean says, do the patterns come with a tutorial? I learned by reading, not visual. So the 4 new patterns, you can buy them with the videos. You can buy them just the PDF patterns if you don't need the videos or don't want the videos. Yeah, they're available separately as well. Lori says, what is a good fabric to use to make the purse bottoms stable? So that's a great question. There's a few items you can use. First off, before I forget to mention it, we do have a free video on the YouTube channel and on my website, how to make a false bottom. My favorite false bottom material is corrugated plastic, which you can find at, if you're in the United States, your local Michaels or Joann Fabric stores has that in the school supply section, possibly Walmart. We don't really have a Walmart near us, but possibly those as well. Other countries, I'm not sure what type of selection's available, but in the United States, it's in the school supply section. It's, I think for a large piece of corrugated plastic, it's maybe less than $5, and you can get quite a few false bottoms out of the corrugated plastic. All right, so Linda says, do I need to purchase zippers by the yard for either the tool bag or the gym bag? The zippers look super long. So I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think the tool bag, the Sheffield tool bag, off the top of my head, I think that was a 30-inch zipper. And the pet carrier or the gym bag, that was, I believe, a 40-inch zipper. So you can use zippers by the yard if you'd like to, or you can just use. We also sell double pull handbag zippers in 30 inches and 40 inches. Shannon says, do you have a video on how to make the Rockstar bag? It's coming this spring. We're going to be, after we finish up these 4 videos, I'm really excited to keep filming, so we're going to start on the next 4, and the Rockstar bag will be included in the next 4. I don't have a date, so we're just saying sometime in the spring. Melanie says, can you make the tool bag without the frame? You absolutely can make the tool bag without the frame. Actually, my testers all made theirs without the frame, and then I sent them the frame to insert, and they all really liked it without the frame, but when they put the frame in, they said, wow, it makes a really big difference. But you can certainly make it without the frame. Busy Bee says, I see it's coming soon. Any bag recommendations for a portable office for a teacher? Perhaps that briefcase pattern that's coming out soon. Maybe perhaps that for a teacher. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sure you could even size it larger.
Yeah, it's pretty bigger. I mean, it's a good size already. It would
Portable
fit
office, you got to think that's a lot of stuff they're carrying around.
Yeah, that's true. That would fit a laptop. Well, there's 3 different sections in the new briefcase pattern that's coming up. I guess I envision the laptop and a lot of other stuff can fit in the middle section, and then file folders or notebooks can fit in each of the 2 outer sections.
That's it.
You're calling on the questions?
Right there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We got to give some winners some prizes stuff.
I feel like that went by really fast. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to be giving away to 4 randomly drawn winners. 2 of them we're going to be doing live, and then 2 we'll announce next time we are live for Sewcial Sunday. How we draw our live winners is Danny has software where what he's looking at right now on the laptop he sees all the comments from YouTube or Facebook, and it's basically 132 pages of comments, 20 comments on each page. So I give him 2 numbers. He finds the page and finds the comment, and that's how we draw the winner. So, all right, I'm going to pick page number 118 and comment number 2. Grab a different pen. All right, Shelly Clark is our first live winner. Congratulations to you, Shelly. Please email me after the show so I have your contact information. And that's Sarah at sewsweetness.com, Sarah with no H. And our second live winner, let's pick page number 6 and comment number 10. All right, Rose Rivera is our second live winner, and I'm just going to answer Rose's question really quick because I see her comment was a question. What's your preference for getting the morsel bag nice and stiff foam? So the morsel lunch bag, which was part of Minikin Season 1, I used actually foam interfacing for the entire project, and I really liked how it gave the bag a lot of structure while still making it a soft bag. All right, so thanks everyone for commenting live.
Yep,
and
thank you. A lot of participation.
like I mentioned, we'll be drawing 2 more winners out of everyone who watches the show later on in the week, just because we didn't want to leave everyone out. Again, a reminder, I mentioned at the beginning of the show, we will not have a live show next Sunday
Because of Danny. Go ahead, say it. I know you wanted to.
However, during our normal time slot, we will be rebroadcasting a show we showed a couple years ago. I'm going to try to pick one that I think a lot of people will be interested. Oh, I know what show we're going to show. No, I probably shouldn't say, right? Should I say? Okay.
In case I can't get it or there's a problem
no,
with it or something.
I know which show that I'm going to show. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to a lot of people. So we won't leave you hanging. And then we'll be back in 2 weeks live for Sewcial Sunday. As soon as we finish the remaining 4 videos for the new patterns, we'll get that posted. We'll let you know on social media and on the newsletter. And is that all that I have to tell people about?
Yes.
All right. So to choose our last 2 winners for the night, for anyone who watches the show during the week, all you need to do is answer my question in the comments wherever you watch the show, either on Facebook or YouTube. And I actually forgot to write a question down. Off the top of your head, can you think of a question?
What's your favorite season?
Okay, great question. Let me know in the comments what
I'm
your
not
favorite
talking
season
salt
is.
or spices. I'm talking fall.
Winter, spring.
I was gonna not say winter. I don't think anyone's favorite, but who knows?
I think my favorite's summer. What about you?
I actually like fall.
Yeah, fall's really nice. Not too hot.
It's still warm at the start of it, and then it's not as bad as spring, where it's too cold and it gets warm.
All right, good one. So don't forget to answer that question for your chance to win the upcoming 4-pack video bundle.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to everyone. Thank you so much for watching live. We hope you have a great week. Happy sewing. Bye, everybody.
Bye.